You're listening to the B&H Photography Podcast. For over 40 years, B&H has been the professional source for photography, video, audio, and more. For your favorite gear, news, and reviews, visit us at bnh.com or download the B&H app to your iPhone or Android device. Now here's your host, Alan Weitz.
Greetings and welcome to the B&H Photography Podcast. Today's going to be a fun show. We're going to be calling the winners of the B&H Photography Podcast Fujifilm X-H1 Sweepstakes. We're going to find out who our winners are, what kind of photography they enjoy shooting, and what they think of their new Fujifilm gear. In the second half of our show, we're going to be following up with Hillary Dunning and Tim Couch. They are the winners of our Canon 5D Mark IV Sweepstakes, which we held back in January of 2018. We're going to find out how they're doing, how many Pulitzer Prizes, and how many World Press Photography Awards they've racked up since winning their Canon gear. But seriously, we're going to talk to them about what they've done with their cameras, how their new gear has helped them maybe change their perspective and hopefully improve their imaging. Before we proceed, I just want to turn the mic over to John, who's going to give us some comments and thoughts about the Fujifilm Sweepstakes that just completed.
Okay, thanks, Ellen. Before we get to the winners, I just want to take a moment to thank, all of our listeners, the new ones, of course, the old ones, everyone who entered the sweepstakes, who left a comment or mentioned their favorite episodes on Facebook. It's something that we really appreciate, and the engagement and the feedback is important. We've read almost every comment, I think, and we really soak it in, especially when it comes to favorite episodes, which for me was a big surprise to see what a variety. You read them off. It's all over the place. From old ones to new ones, theory, gear, profiles of photographers, the whole thing. So we really like that. A few of the stats that came out of the Fujifilm sweepstakes: over 28,000 people engaged with the sweepstakes through any of the social media outlets. Facebook, we received 825 comments. There's too many to kind of list, but an unscientific study indicates that many of the favorites were Two Eyes Are Better Than One, street photography. Why Do You Love Photography, a new episode. The Greg Constantine episode, he's a photojournalist working on stateless people. And the Norman Reedus episode still is a favorite. And the Stephen Wilkes episode seemed to get a lot of mention.
Which I think is one of our favorites also. Yeah, we keep coming back to that one.
We're at 137 episodes, so we kind of forget some of the ones we've done, but there are a lot of pretty good ones out there.
It's really nice to see that when people talk about their favorite episodes, it really is as broad as we try to keep the show.
Absolutely.
So I guess we're touching the right buttons.
It's pleasantly surprising.
Yes.
Yeah. So through Twitter, we received 831 entries. And we also wanted to mention the hundreds of people, literally hundreds, who rated and reviewed our podcast on iTunes. And as anyone who follows podcasts should know, iTunes reviews and ratings are pretty important. So we thank you so much for giving them. And there were a lot of good ones. I just want to mention a few people. El Cajon, The Faustian Man, Ricardo Aquino, and someone who goes by Miles From Now. And that's just to name a few. But their reviews either made us laugh, they inspired us, or really just made us feel that we are doing the show that we strive to do. Their comments kind of indicated just what we'd like to read about the type of show we're making.
It also gives us good guidance about what to do for future shows.
Absolutely.
Because feedback like this, we see what works and what doesn't work. And obviously, we want to do what works.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's more fun for all of us.
All right. So, on to the winners, Alan.
Okay, now on to the winners of our Fujifilm Sweepstakes. We are now going to be speaking with Nalane Singh, who won a Fujifilm X-E3 with an XF 23mm f2 RWR lens. Hi, Nalane.
Hi, how are you?
We're swell. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for choosing me as the winner.
So tell us about yourself. Are you a professional, semi-professional, or just an enthusiast?
I'm just an enthusiast, a beginner, just learning.
So let me ask you: did you have a camera of this caliber before, or are you using just a point and shoot, or your phone?
I was using an old iPhone 4 to take pictures, and recently for Mother's Day, I received a Canon EOS. Mm-hmm. I was still learning how to use that.
So now you're walking around with both cameras slinging around your shoulder there. There you go. It's pretty cool. You know, keep one thing in mind. You said that you were a little bit intimidated by all the dials and all the menus and all that stuff, and we chatted a little bit before. And keep one thing in mind. What's beautiful about the camera that you have is that you can put it onto program and autofocus and use it as a point and shoot. And you could also learn photography with it. If you make a mistake, it doesn't matter. It's okay. You can go back and take more pictures. And definitely you have a camera that you can grow with.
That's great. I like how light it is, too.
It's definitely a nice camera.
It's a nice package. It's a great little machine.
Yeah. And what do you usually take pictures of?
I usually take a lot of street photography. I work near Times Square in Manhattan, and there's always something going on, and I'm usually taking a lot of pictures of tourists and different sites. Sightseeing in New York, even though I'm from New York.
Right. No, I totally do the same thing, actually. Yeah. Well, you got a great camera for it, to tell you the truth. A lot of street photographers choose that Fuji system, just because it is light and easy to kind of manipulate and operate.
And also, if you take pictures in the streets, it's not the kind of camera that draws that much attention. It's got a nice form factor and everything else. So it's a great little machine that you could... I keep pulling machines, of course. A great camera
love that.
It's a great camera to use, and you can grow with it. There's a whole system of lenses and everything else. You might regret the day you won this someday because you'd be inundated with lenses and stuff like that.
Sounds great.
I just wanted to follow up a little bit on some of the stuff you photograph. I mean, when you shoot in the street, is it kind of like a fly on the wall, no one's seeing you, or do you reach out to people and say, hey, can I take a picture of you, or how do you usually work?
I never approach anybody because I'm too shy. It's usually sneaking pictures of things I think looks good.
Yeah. Well, that's what I do too.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, you're a street photographer for sure. And have you used the camera already?
I will be using it this weekend. My uncle is turning 70, and there's a 70th birthday party. So I'll definitely be taking a lot of pictures of the family and trying out the video option as well.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good
yes,
point.
yes. How did you find out about the sweepstakes? Are you a regular listener?
I was listening to your podcast. That's how I heard about it.
Ah, okay. Very good. Very good.
Oh, that's good to know.
I love the podcast because before the podcast, I used to do the B&H, the seminars that they have. And when I just recently discovered the podcast, that's it's more convenient for me because I could listen to it wherever I am.
I got you. And now you're from Astoria, right? So you work in the city, correct?
Yes, I live in Astoria and I work in Manhattan.
Well, I'll tell you that between Astoria and Manhattan, you are no shortage of pictures to take. That's for sure.
Yeah,
yes.
That's for sure. Actually, I'm kind of curious. That's great that you're listening to the podcast. Any episodes that stood out?
My favorite episode, actually, is with Norman Reedus, because I'm a big Walking Dead fan.
Is that what got you hooked? Okay, cool. That's great. Okay, well, that's really about all. We just wanted to kind of touch base, learn who you are, and if, maybe in 6 months, we'll follow up and see where you've gone with your photography, if that's all right with you.
Sounds good.
Nalane, enjoy your camera, and as I love saying, thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you. Take care.
We are now connected via Skype with Brian Duckart, who is the grand prize winner of our Fujifilm Sweepstakes, and he won the Fujifilm XH1 with a 35mm f2 RWR lens. Welcome to the show, Brian.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Are you a pro photographer, amateur, enthusiast? How would you rank yourself?
I'm more in the enthusiast to semi-pro kind of range right now.
Okay, all right. That's good. That's where we all started off at some point in time. Are you using, what camera system have you been using up till now?
Oh, I was using a Nikon D7000 and then recently got a Canon 6D Mark II.
Oh.
And I've been using that one lately.
How recently?
Just around when it came out.
Okay, so that's about a year ago, I'd say.
All right, so it's an old camera. You're ready
to November.
It's time to throw it out anyway. That's okay. It's all right. No, it's a fine camera.
It's a good camera, yeah. Sure.
What do you think of your Fujifilm so far? The new camera, the XH1. What do you think of it?
I actually really love it. I love the build quality on it. And I actually kind of like the manual dials for everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think a lot of people like that.
Yeah, that analog thing. I think everyone in the room here, like we're all kind of analog dial kind of people, and that retro look also kind of helps. It's nice having a blend of the digital and analog. Lens wise, now you got a 35 f2, which is like a normal lens in that camera. What are your favorite focal lengths?
That lens is actually perfect. That's around where I normally shoot. Is a 35 or 50 or 85 primes are my favorite.
Oh, so you're right at home. You're right at home.
And what kind of work have you been doing? Like, what would you consider your semi-pro and your professional work, and what are some of your personal projects?
A lot of the work I've done is portraits, and then for fun, I like to shoot landscapes and outdoors.
Oh yeah, okay.
So I'll probably be using this a lot for outdoor, like hiking, that sort of thing, since it's significantly lighter than the lenses that I have for the Canon, that sort of stuff.
Oh yeah, notably, sure, from DSLR down to I think that's a big draw for just about everybody. No two ways about that.
And the portrait work that you do, is that how would you describe it? Is it I don't know, business portraits, corporate work, senior portraits, or more on the artsy and fashion side?
I did some fashion for a local store, and then I've also done just portraits for friends and that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. So you think you'll try this camera for that side of your work, or are you going to keep the kind of two worlds separate?
I think I'll be still trying to use maybe both at the same time to see more of a feel of what I like. But so far, I really like the autofocus on the Fujifilm. The eye detect is really awesome.
Oh yeah.
So far it's been working really well.
Is there anything else you can tell us about your photography? We're just kind of curious to get to know, our listeners and the kind of work they do, with hopes of, following up in the future 6 months from now, and just kind of see if your work has grown, or if you've incorporated the Fuji into your workflow regularly.
Well, since I don't do it photography for my primary job, I'm normally a web designer.
Okay.
So I occasionally try to do stuff for work when I can, but it's definitely going to factor in more that it's easier to have with me all the time. I think that's going to play a key role. In.
Let me ask you about the work you do. Do you work with images in your web design work?
Yeah. So a lot of the time we'll need images for things we're doing. And so a lot of it will come from Getty Images. We'll have to get stock photos for things. But occasionally, if we need photos of people in the office, I'll shoot the portraits myself.
Are you a RAW shooter or JPEG?
I like to shoot RAW.
Okay.
But I was shooting RAW and JPEG with the Fuji because I was interested to see how the colors were. Since I hear a lot about the Fuji color science.
Yeah, and how'd that go?
It's going well. I really like the images that are coming out of there.
One of our coworkers, Todd Vorenkamp, who's often on our show, he's a Fuji shooter, and he does a lot of stuff at night, and the colors and the detail are just absolutely brilliant. It's startling. I could always spot his pictures when I see them. They're great. And the Fuji has a lot to do with that.
The lens that came with the camera, the Fujifilm 35 f2, it's a very sharp lens, and I think it plays a key role in just awesome contrast on the photos that are coming out of that camera.
Did you have any issues or concerns with going back to an APS-C size sensor?
No, because I shot the Nikon D7000 for so long that I was happy with APS-C for most things. And I think the full frame sensor is more of a low light shooting, like for if I need to shoot an event or something in the evening, I'd probably maybe reach for that one. Whereas with APS-C, the quality's come a long way for it, so it's really hard to tell the difference on daytime shots. I definitely have a lot to learn on this camera because I'd never used a Fujifilm camera before, and it's definitely a learning curve.
How's the menu?
Going through the menus.
Well, yeah.
How do you find the menus on it?
You use Nikon and Canon. How do you like the menu on the Fuji?
It's a bit rough starting out. With their menu, it seems like they just kind of dump everything in a row, and then there's some things hidden where I wouldn't think to look for them. So I'm still getting to know the menu system in there.
Well, for whatever it's worth, we've heard the same comments with other brand cameras too, even amongst ourselves. How long have you been a listener of our podcast?
I think I started listening to it about a year ago, and then just binged through as many episodes as I could.
Do any particular episodes stand out to you?
Now, first of all, let's make sure he's telling the truth here.
Yeah, are you or have you
just
ever?
started listening when you heard about the sweepstakes, right? Which is totally fine, of course.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
There were a couple episodes I really liked. One where the wildfire photographer was talking about going into forest fires and getting shots. I thought that was really awesome.
Yeah.
I remember my first question to him was, "Are you crazy?"
Yeah.
Anyway, Brian, pleasure talking to you. Congrats on the camera. And by the way, if you're ever in the New York area, please stop by and say hi. We'd love to meet you in person.
Awesome.
Okay, so that was Brian and Nalane. Those were our winners of the Fujifilm Sweepstakes. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to be speaking with the winners of our Canon Sweepstakes that took place back in the beginning of this year. Stay tuned.
We hope you're enjoying this edition of the B&H Photography Podcast. Send us a tweet at BHPhotoVideo, #BHPhotoPodcast.
Okay, we have Hillary Dunning on the line. Hillary won the Canon 80D and a 50mm lens back in January. How you doing, Hillary?
I'm doing great. How are you guys today?
Not too bad, not too bad. We will not complain. So, how's your camera coming along?
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love the Canon and the 50mm lens. That actually is probably my favorite lens to shoot with right now.
What were you shooting with beforehand, if I may ask?
I was shooting with a Nikon 1J5 prior to that.
Mirrorless. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
so
mirrorless.
This is a big step up in many ways, for sure.
Yes, definitely. It was. It totally was. It is like elevated everything. And it's just been awesome since then. So thank you again for the camera sweepstakes with the B&H Photo Podcast.
Our pleasure. So specifically, I mean, how has your eye changed? How has your shooting habits changed? If you noticed any changes, I'm assuming you have.
I have noticed a change. I think it's given me a lot of confidence with my photography. I've definitely noticed in terms of camera capabilities an improvement. And it's just been such a dream, just being able to use that camera and the lens since then. And before I had my camera with me, but now I really have my camera with me just everywhere. And a lot of great things have happened since winning the sweepstakes.
Such as? You want to get into it? Sounds good.
Sure. Yeah, there was a couple big things that I'm kind of proud of. And one was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. There's a group called Captured Pittsburgh, and they're a nonprofit. And they actually created an outdoor photography gallery where each month they feature 8 artists, and it's like, like a 3x3 print. And I was using my Canon and did like a picture of the city skyline and did like this technique where you like do a slow zoom in with a long exposure. So it kind of has like a starburst effect. So I was featured in one of their galleries, which was incredible.
Oh, that's great.
Very cool.
Yeah, so like stuff like that, and then just getting recognized for like the nature photography. I joined a group out of like Altoona, Pennsylvania that does like nature stuff, but they're expanding their services. It's called HBF Outdoors, and so I joined their team as their photographer to capture like their hikes and stuff, but also have a couple events where I get to teach just some of the things that I've learned by using the Canon. And so basically taking off automatic and going to like aperture priority mode, which has been really, really cool.
Oh, that's great. That's actually what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
Have you, has the camera kind of, not say forced you, but inspired you to explore all the different modes and aspects of what it offers? That's great.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. And I've actually really found that I love to take pictures of like the stars. And the Canon has just been freaking incredible with that.
Hey, watch your language here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I realized that. I was like, oh no, I shouldn't have said it that way.
No, yeah, it's good. You're fine.
I'm just so excited.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, so the groups that you mentioned and the photos that you submitted for, the shows that you're speaking of, did that kind of come after you had the camera, or were you already doing that and this just kind of upped the game a little bit?
I would say it came after the camera.
That's great.
Because when I was using, my Nikon on occasion, and when I could. And then once I got the Canon, it was more, like you said before, I was kind of inspired just to push the limits, just because of all the feature, it has more features, more capabilities, and just to kind of try to use it to its potential, which I certainly haven't reached it. I've done more, but yeah, not there yet. But it's really, like I said, increased my confidence with the camera and taking it off of automatic. And now I basically shoot, like that aperture priority, unless I'm doing like night photography, and then it goes to manual. And like when we talked earlier this year, like I didn't even know what those terms meant. So I feel like, there's like an M and a P on my camera dial, but I don't know what that is. Don't ask me.
What did you say? A is not for automatic.
It's not for automatic. That's correct. Yeah.
So are you the type that reads the manual first, and did you go through the manual before you started digging into it, or are you more like me and just figure it out as you go?
And me.
I just kind of go for it. And then there's you guys probably are aware of like social media and like the effect that it has.
Yep.
And so there's times where I see things and I'm like, I want to do that. And so a lot of times it'll be like Google and be like, Canon 80D, how do you do this?
Sure.
And then like try it from there and tweak it until I can get it going.
You mentioned that you really fell in love with the 50 millimeter lens. What is it about 50 that you like? Just curious.
I think I like the perspective, that it's not so narrow from like a longer zoom lens, but it's also not wide, that it has a lot of versatility from portraits to I'll take it while I'm hiking, and can capture a lot of details. But then also I love the perspective and that it has a wider aperture than some of the other lenses that I use.
Right. What's your next lens going to be? Any idea?
Oh,
you going long
tough.
or wide?
I would probably go longer.
Okay.
Just because after a couple months after winning the Canon, I went and got a Sigma 18-35 lens for night photos particularly. And those have kind of been like my two go-tos.
Sure.
But I'd probably get something longer just to have a little bit more reach.
Cool.
Yeah.
And you said you carry the camera with you a lot now?
Yeah, I usually have it with me anywhere we go, which has been awesome. And, whether it's in a bag or just, grabbing the camera and setting it on the seat and trying to be careful with it, which doesn't always happen. But
yeah, well, these are tough cameras. That's the.
Now I'm going to ask you a question. Are you using your phone less now that you have the Canon? Just curious.
Oh, I'd say it's probably like, it's not half. I was going to say, and it really just depends because I probably use. Like out of 10 times, probably my camera 7 out of 10, and then my phone. But I always have my phone with me because the best camera is the one you have with you.
Yeah.
I remember at the time you were doing a lot of nature photography. Is that still the main aspect of what you're doing? I mean, in addition to adding the stars and everything else and the cityscapes, but is it still nature mostly?
It is still nature mostly. Just because I really enjoy hiking, getting outdoors, and that sort of thing, and so it's. It's nice. Getting outdoors complements photography really well for me, because some days it's, I just want to get out there and take photos. And then other days I just want to get out there and go hiking.
Right.
And so I will take my camera with me, whether it is the Canon or my phone, and still snap pictures. And then it's part of the memory from that. And so, yeah, nature is definitely my favorite thing to photograph.
Awesome. Okay, great.
Right, cool.
Anything else you want to toss at us regarding having a camera for 8 months?
Oh, just thank you again. And if anybody's interested, they can check out. I post my photos primarily to Instagram, which is at Hillary with 2 L's _ Dunning, DUNNING. And like I said, you guys are great. And it's just been so incredible since the podcast Sweepstakes.
Just curious, did you actually enter the Fuji one too?
No, but I did share it. No, I didn't want to be greedy, but there are a lot of people that I connect with, a lot of Pennsylvania photographers that I've connected with through social media. And I was like, you have to enter this. Like, it is real. They actually send you a camera. Do it.
Cool. Yeah.
That's great.
All right.
Hillary, pleasure talking with you. We're glad to hear that it's all been a positive thing for you. It's fun giving away cameras, and it's fun hearing responses from people who've gotten the cameras and how they're doing with them. And we'll keep tabs on you over time, okay?
Okay, that sounds great.
All right. Anyway, and we'll be following you for sure.
Yeah, Jason says he follows you, and he liked that photo that you posted of Pittsburgh.
Oh, thank you.
He's got Pittsburgh connections himself.
That was a great day.
Yeah, but it's actually really great that I'm really pleased to know that we had a little hand in getting your work back, getting your work out there, and that you're involved in these groups and posting stuff and getting your work shown. That's wonderful.
And that's what it's about.
Absolutely.
Yep. Cool.
All right, Hillary, be well.
All right, thanks, guys.
Take
Talk to you
care.
soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Tim Couch is an Austin, Texas-based photographer specializing in music and boxing. Tim, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
So how's your Canon 5D Mark IV and 50mm lens coming along?
It's awesome. I've upgraded to a battery grip as well, just to add them to it.
Mm-hmm. See, that's right. The first parts are free, and then you lure them in with the accessories.
I've enjoyed using. I've always used battery grips. They're just I like the feel of them.
Me too, actually. Yeah.
But it's been great. It's did my friend's wedding. Started my own magazine called Tasteless.
Oh, okay. Now we have a topic. Okay.
Well, I mean, with how I want to do Tasteless, it's just genreless music, interviews, reviews, to where I'm not catering to my taste or any of my submitters' taste either. Just anything goes, no hold barred, kind of completely genreless reviews and art.
Is this online magazine, or are you doing a
It'll
real
be a
zine?
webzine.
A webzine. Okay.
I'm building it through WordPress right now.
Oh, great.
So, if I may ask, you've had about 8 months now, 9 months actually, with the camera. About 9 months. Have you noticed any change in the way you've been shooting since you've changed systems, or I'm assuming upgraded a system? What were you shooting with before? Let's just back up a second.
Before I was using a 70 Mark I.
Oh, okay. All right. So have you found what's the big differences, advantages or aha moments you've had?
Capacity. The sensor is way better than the 70. And naturally, there's a huge jump up from the crop sensor up to the full frame. I literally can't see myself going back to a crop sensor.
Wow. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. All right.
That's great.
I mean, I know there's advantages to both, but just the full frame, just the quality is just more superior for what I'm doing.
There's more meat on the bone, as I say.
Exactly.
That's it.
Especially for low light situations like concert photography, just the full frame just pushes it so much more.
Yeah, I'll bet that's right. But in concerts, you actually do get an advantage on that.
What do you shoot when you're in a concert setting and it's dark and you have stage lights? What's your ISO usually?
Unfortunately, with a lot of the clubs around here, you have to crank it up pretty hard. As with the 70, I was using the 6400. I can't remember. It's either 64 or maybe a 128. I can't remember what I have it on right now.
But no problems really going up that high for you?
No, not at all.
That's great.
Because I usually shoot it with a raw black and white, because it kind of bypasses the whole stage lighting, and then you just fix it and post through Lightroom, and it just bypasses any light differential. And then once you pop in Lightroom, it goes from black and white to the true uncompressed color version, and then you just edit from there.
That's an interesting idea.
Yeah. And
any other, capabilities of the camera or functions of this that you're exploring, or something that you didn't?
I'm exploring the Wi-Fi options just to get it more connected, a little faster, because my laptop is not functioning very well right now.
Oh, that's interesting.
Way too many photos on there, and the hard drive, the DVD drive crashed, so trying to clear that off is not fun.
Gotcha. Oh, that's great. And anything about the type of photos you've been taking, or just the
I've been exploring more with a lot more angles, just to kind of get more out of it. Just trying to do more Not relying so much on zoom lenses, trying to do more primes. About a 28-75 and just kind of use that as my main lens versus an 18-270 that I was using before.
Have you found that your older lenses, which you, I guess, used to think were pretty sharp, now don't seem as sharp because you're dealing with a higher quality sensor?
Oh, definitely. The sensor just makes them look not pinpoint at all. I used one of my older lenses and I was just like, why did I use this lens for so long and thought it was awesome?
No, I've had the same thing happen again. I've had to upgrade a lot of my lenses because my old trusty ones just didn't hold up. So it's interesting to hear that you're having the same experience.
Yeah, like I have an older lens I just love to pieces. I've used it for years. Really old Sigma lens I've used forever, and it's just not there for me anymore.
Yeah.
We got you into trouble. See that? You can do it. You got a free camera, now you're buying more lenses. See? There was a plan to Tim, that's our plan.
Well, I mean, now it's not a bad plan, you get inspired by the new camera. You get inspired by the new technology, and you want to make sure that you have the best in your hand. You want to make sure that you have the best coming out of it too. And
well, for shooting concerts and stuff,
lenses and
what's your go-to? I mean, is you using the 70-200? Is that what you're usually using when you're shooting concerts, or no?
No, I mean, I'm mostly up in the press pit, and 70-200 is an awesome lens, which I'm looking to getting one. Mm-hmm. But you're right there with your arms on the stage. You need something a little bit more wider at times.
Gotcha. So
I've been using a 28-75 by Tamron.
Okay.
And the quality has just been awesome.
All right.
You do music and you do boxing. Now, even though they're very different venues, I imagine a lot of the lighting and shooting issues are very much the same because you are dealing with indoor lighting. You have only certain positions you could be in and certain points of view. Is that a good assumption?
You also have time frame. I mean, most concert photography general is first 3 songs. I mean, if you do metal or punk bands, those first 3 songs are like 3 minutes. Right. So you've got to get as many shots as you can in those 3 to 10 minutes. Whereas boxing rounds are usually 2-minute rounds, 3 2-minute rounds. That's 6 minutes with a little bit of interval in between to, tell a story.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Interesting.
And also, I mean, you want to get those moments and with the punch or
exactly.
with
it's all about the moments.
with the guy grinding on the guitar, whatever it happens to be.
Yeah.
Cool. And how about what is the frame rate on that? Do you know on that 5D Mark IV how many you can get in a second? Or have you cranked it up?
I really don't explore it that much when I'm doing low light because you're gonna miss shots because it's just
movement and everything else. Yeah.
Yeah, I like to frame my shots a lot easier than just let rapid fire.
Cool. All right, so I guess the 70-200 is the next lens, or have you thought about that?
I am definitely looking at it.
Cool, well, they're making good ones. Anything else going on since we spoke to you? I don't know, camera-wise or photo-wise?
I'm actually going to be going back to Ohio to teach my 15-year-old niece how to do her older sister's senior photos.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
How much is she paying you?
Well, I'm going back to visit, but it's like, she's always wanted to be a photographer. I gave her a camera last time I went home. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go check on her progress and teach her how to do senior photos. That way, kind of round her off a little bit.
That's great.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Very good.
All righty.
By the way, a thought for your Tasteless magazine. Okay, since you deal with music and boxing, why don't you have boxers beating up musicians? That could be an interesting series.
Yeah, that could work.
Cool. I love that you're teaching your niece. That's great.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
And bringing her the skills that you have.
That's great. We're glad to hear everything's going good. And by the way, if people want to see what you're up to, what Instagram, web pages, where should they take a look?
They can check my Instagram at HZP_photography. Mm-hmm. And keep an eye out for Tasteless Magazine on all social media.
So, we'll talk to you soon, hopefully, man. Stay in touch.
All right, guys. Have a good day.
Take care.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.